all started in my grandma's. I'd spend summers with Grandma, and she loved to grow stuff. She had a beautiful yard, and I just remember her trying to make her own little plants. She'd take one plant and cut it all to pieces like a begonia, and she'd line the window with little cups of water and put those, and they'd all turn into little plants. Her yard was like a little botanical garden, so we'd go out there every evening and work in the garden. And I was maybe 10 years old. Every summer when school got out, I'd go to Grandma's, and I just fell in love with it there, and it's followed me throughout my whole life. I was widowed at 33. My husband had a heart attack, and I had an 8-month-old, a 5-year-old, and I found out after he passed that I was 8 weeks pregnant with our third. And so I was, needless to say, kind of depressed. I was 33 years old, and I had babies everywhere and no husband. I mean, it was a mess. I needed divine intervention, and the Lord helped me, you know, and the being out in nature helped me. The garden pulled me kind of out there, and I was digging up the yard, and I found it to be a solace. It made me feel like my life was out of control, and I would go out there and I could create something pretty, and it made me feel like I had a sense of control. I felt like I needed to get a job to provide for everyone. So I went to school, got my bachelor's, got my master's, and all the while gardening. And that's helped me get through. Well, then people started coming to my door based on my yard and saying, hey, your yard is pretty. Would you come and make my yard look pretty? And I was like, well, I was gonna get a real job, but I like it. It's something I like. So, okay. So I did. And then next thing you know, I was doing a little neighborhood in a cul-de-sac in the whole city. People were calling me from Pungo and from Williamsburg and from all over Hampton Roads. I was like 5 years doing this. I didn't even have a business card because I kept thinking I was going to go get a real job and do this like a normal person. But it just, the more I've done it, the more I've loved it. And honestly, I hope I can garden until they just find me like laying over in the field somewhere. I mean, you know, I just want to go out gardening. You know, I don't know. It'd be great. I like to garden, and well, I'm not really an angel, but but I kind of just thought that it was a play on words, the gardening and then the angel. I just kind of seemed to be kind of neat, so I said I kind of like that, and that's been the name of my company. This represents, let's see, 16 years full of letters and notes from my seniors who have said, if it wasn't for you, I couldn't stay in my house. You know, they love their yards. I have a place in my heart for little old ladies and men who they love it, but they can't do it anymore. These are a lot of my clients. I got this cool card. This just came today, and this is some crazy times that, as everybody knows, what we're living in. But this is a friend of mine who I garden for. She's one of my clients for years. She said, Shelley, did you ever envision having a career that would still be viable even during a pandemic? That's so true. You know, it's odd now that I'm still having people call me. My clients are saying, you know, they still want their yards. Basically now, as we've socially distanced ourselves, the safest place to be is in your yard, in the garden. And who would ever thought that would be true, you know, but it's happening right now. And I thank the Lord for that, a lot of folks are not able to work and are not able to do what they love to do. And this has been a blessing that I can still continue to do it and hopefully help people and keep my family taken care of. The garden has been a blessing. It's helped me to live, and it's helped me raise 3 kids. Right when I feel like, oh, should I be doing something else that's more maybe practical, and I just come back to, I think this is what I was born to do.